Man, a massive hurricane season is about to take place as two hurricanes could possibly be right next to each other, possibly have the Fujiwara effect happening. Hi everybody, I am Weather by Logan back with another video. This is only going to be talking about all the hurricanes. It's our latest GFS model focusing on cloud cover. And you can see that we have some hurricanes trying to pop up. Let me take this back to the beginning. It shows nothing, and then as we pull this farther, see that we have this disturbance right here. Circle this, and we have this disturbance right here. Take this even farther out, you can see that there's a little eye in this place right here where this hurricane is going to be at. This is already formed into a Cat 1 hurricane. Incredible storm. You have this storm right here, right next to it, that is trying to make landfall. This is a big situation where it could be making landfall in North Carolina, South Carolina. Those are the two places that we are thinking that is going to make landfall. Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida. We need to all be prepared about this on the coast as this gets closer. And it's not really going to be a hurricane, I don't think, but you can see that it is making landfall not too far away from now. It's probably going to be around 5 days. And then as it gets closer, there's a little eye right here. I don't think it's going to turn into a hurricane. See this, a monster hurricane projected to be a major Cat 3 hurricane. And as this gets closer to Bermuda, this one's not going to make landfall. Really going to be close to Bermuda and the United States. Kind of taking a Aaron track. And this storm over here in the United States is really going to do much besides heavy rainfall. Alright, heavy rainfall is really going to be a big problem as this is making landfall in the United States. You can see that it sticks around for a few days, and this hurricane right here is going to stay a hurricane for a very long time. And then this tropical disturbance, probably a tropical depression or Cat 1, it will reach, maybe even Cat 2. Making landfall, making a big impact on the United States of heavy rain. Heavy rain is really going to be a problem in North Carolina, South Carolina, and possibly Georgia. So expect some rainy days ahead. It's been a few rainy days, and we actually had around 4 tornado warnings yesterday, and we didn't even have a tornado risk outline. Over here in Arkansas, we had a 10% chance of seeing a tornado. We didn't even see just one tornado warning. Really, just a crazy day. And this is going to stay a hurricane for a pretty long time, and they could possibly combine it to one low pressure system. I want to show y'all the spaghetti models right now. Or this is track on this tropical disturbance. Should be a Cat 1 by now. And spaghetti models are showing it really being a major hurricane as this approaches the United States, and then it curves out. Right now it is out in sea, and this is how it's going to turn. It's really going to get close and be like an Aaron. You know, Hurricane Aaron did make some impacts on North Carolina. A lot of impacts, and then we have this tropical disturbance that's forecasted to be a tropical storm or hurricane over the next few days, actually, and it is a 90% chance over the next 7 days, a high chance of a tropical storm or hurricane. All right, over the next 2 days, a 70% chance of forming. This is Invest 94L, low pressure system that's spinning currently over Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and this is projected to hit the Bahamas. Probably go up into North Carolina, South Carolina, one of those two states, bringing impacts, especially heavy rain. This is going to cause a lot of flooding in these areas, and then this has already formed into a tropical storm or hurricane by now. And it is projected to curve out, but there is a couple models that shows it really hitting the United States, it's probably going to hit around Virginia or North Carolina. And then most likely it's going to turn out to sea, but this red area is more concerning as it will probably impact the United States. Sadly, it would be our first hurricane or tropical storm to impact the United States. This is not a good situation. We need to be aware about this on the East Coast. Don't take action right now because it hasn't formed. We need to be aware of this and we know that it is going to form into a tropical storm or hurricane. Yes, my nose is a little bit rough. It's like kind of it's stuffy, so don't mind my voice. And then this, I really am concerned about this hurricane to the east onto Bermuda. Some winds is possible. Sadly, is currently forecasted to be a major hurricane. And a major hurricane is something we need to be very aware of right now. But I'm really concerned about the Bahamas as this comes through. And this is the spaghetti models. Oh, you can't see really the spaghetti models for this disturbance. Oh, yeah, you can. And so this, the spaghetti models on this is tracking to hit the United States. As it hits Bahamas, we aren't really sure where it's going to go. There is a model right here that shows something forming and going that way for some reason. And then either a hurricane, tropical storm, it will most likely hit the United States. And this red outline is the cone of uncertainty where the eye of the storm could be. And this is probably going to impact North Carolina, but it's looking like it's going to take a more western turn. As high pressure builds up in the northeast, this actually might impact Atlanta. We need to keep a close eye on this. It's a good hit Atlanta, South Carolina. It's looking like it's tracking about right here. This is where I think it's going to go. And my pink outline, if y'all want to see where it is going to go, that's where I think it is. And then North Carolina, Virginia, very possible where it could go. But it's looking more South Carolina and Georgia, sadly. So this is probably going to be a Cat 1, Cat 2 hurricane. And this is something to keep a very close eye on. Alright, this is our HRRR, a reflectivity. This is showing the amount of rain that is going to form and stuff. You don't really see anything right now, just scattered thunderstorms across. And this is going to be just some scattered thunderstorms across the country. And let me show y'all the GFS ensemble member. Just the GFS. This is going to be reflectivity. This is showing the amount of rain this hurricane going to have. Yeah, let me slow this down. You see that this is a Cat 2 hurricane where it's projected. You had this disturbance over here in this red blob trying to form. A major hurricane. Really trying to ramp up. Possibly even a Cat 4. Cat 5 is possible too. I wouldn't be surprised if they did outline a chance of a Cat 4. This is looking like it might be a Cat 4. Let me zoom this out. Cat 2 by the end of this, and then it's kind of uncertain where it's going to go. Close to Bermuda. Bermuda, you could get some rain. I wouldn't be surprised if it was still a major hurricane by then. I think it's going to basically be a major hurricane for a good bit. Let's keep this going. And then it really is uncertain by then. And it really fizzles out as it goes into the Atlantic Ocean. But we didn't really see that storm. Here it comes in. Y'all see this better? We could turn off this. Alright. Zoom into this disturbance. 90% chance it hasn't formed yet. Over the next couple days, some rain, possibly a tropical storm. It hits the Bahamas. Bahamas, get ready for some heavy rain. Alright. You see that this is the other hurricane. This is the hurricane. It's really not really organized tropical storm. There is some rotation right here. You can see an eye. I think it will be a hurricane right before it makes landfall. And then Charleston getting in that eye. South Carolina. And then it fizzles out once it goes onto land. By the time it's in the middle of South Carolina, it's pretty strong with heavy rain and stuff. And then looks like this model isn't showing these combining, which this would bring some heavy impacts to the southeast, including North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. Getting in on some heavy rain. And let's take this out. Heavy rain sticks around for a long time. It's just spinning right here, right above South Carolina and Georgia, especially Atlanta. Atlanta's getting a hit on some rain. Take this back a little bit. Over the next 3 days, it could probably, it's most likely going to form. This is trying to spin, and then it really fizzles out. North Carolina, South Carolina getting in some rain. And you see a couple more showers will form over the next 7 days. This is most likely 7 days out. Or it ends at 7 days. And then really uncertain of what it's going to do. It looks like it really fizzles out. This would be the hurricane right here that we are talking about. And then the other hurricane projected, or this is our main story as it makes landfall on the United States. And it really does fizzle out. I don't think they're going to really combine. That's what the GFS model is showing. This is one run, so it can be not really accurate. All right, this is only one run. The far out run. This is our long range run, the GFS model. And regional. I don't think this is really going to show that far out. Let's see. Kind of does. This is a reflectivity composed far out model. Let's see. See that disturbance right there? Trying to form. Dominican Republic, you see the rotation kind of. And you see, whoa. This is showing a monster Cat 3 hurricane, possibly Cat 4. I wouldn't even rule out a Cat 5. Monster on our last frames. Wow. And then that other system is really just unorganized as it goes under on Bahamas. Disorganized, trying to get organized, but man, this other system is strong. Cat 4, probably. This is a monster storm that we need to keep an eye on for sure. Severe weather outlook. This is the last thing that we're going to be looking at. From Georgia all the way up into New York, you're going to see some scattered thunderstorms, some strong storms. And on our day 2 outlook, not seeing anything. Day 3 outlook, not seeing anything at all. All right, and then our tornado risk, hail risk. There is damaging winds in this. And there is an isolated tornado threat over here in New York. About 20 million, 15 million people under the gun for severe weather. All right, as this comes through, strong storms are going to form. All right, that's all the severe weather and hurricane talk I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share with friends and family. All right, on the East Coast, we are dealing with some hurricanes trying to form. A double batch of some hurricanes. All right, peace out.